The first time I see him, he is so hot. He's round at my friend Sophie's house. He's a friend of your brother's. Whenever he comes on, he starts messing about with Sophie and pushing her about, tickling her. Then he goes into the living room to play Xbox with her brother. Me and Sophie are standing in the kitchen chatting, having a couple of drinks. But I can see him through the open door. I try not to look, but my eyes just keep wandering in that direction. At one point, he looks right back at me, and our eyes meet. We just hold it for a few seconds. And then he winks at me. I just melt inside. My friend Sophie standing watching me. Are you alright? Yeah, it's just hot in here, isn't it? Come on, let's go to my room. So the next time I see him is a couple of weeks later. I'm out dancing. I've put on my favourite top and everything, just in case he might be there. And he is. He's here. So I'm dancing away, doing the moves just like they do on the TV. Na 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 na, come on, come on, come on, na 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 na, come on. 'Cause I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. Sex in the air, I don't care, I like the smell of it. This guy's back turned. He doesn't seem to notice me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but chains and whips excite me. Stand chatting to some gear. Oh, it looks like they might be arguing. They leave. He's pulling her by the arm. I wonder what's going on there. I go home that night, disappointed. So I asked Sophie about him. His name's Jamie. He's really nice. Do you like him? Everybody likes Jamie. He's alright, I suppose. Jamie what? Jamie Donnelly. Jamie Donnelly. Jamie Donnelly. Jamie Donnelly. Jamie Donnelly. Jamie Donnelly. Oh, nice profile picture. His birthday's on the 9th of July. He's 17. There's a picture of him with that girl. They must be together. Oh, he looks really nice in this picture. He must be on holidays or something here because he's got a great tan and he's got a six-pack. We've got 22 mutual friends. Sophie's one. Should I add him? No, actually, I don't know. Okay, well. No, maybe I shouldn't. Do you know what? There, it's sent. Oh God, I hope he gets back to me. Nope, nothing yet. Someday, I want to meet someone, fall in love, get married. Da 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 da, da 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 da. I want to have wings, live in a lovely big house. You know, live happily ever after. I wonder who it'll be. What will he be like? So the next time I see him is a couple of weeks later. I'm in the library. I'm getting out a couple of books so I can do an essay. But he's standing on the queue right behind me. So we get chatting. Alright, Facebook buddy. He says he's seen me about. He says that he likes me dancing. I can feel this flicker of something inside me. Then he asked me, do I want to go to the cafe for a juice? And I say, yes, I'd love to. Woo! No, not really. I just sort of said, yeah, sure, sounds good. Try not to look too interested. So we're in the cafe. We chat about all sorts of things. He's Jamie, I'm Jenny. We laugh about that because it sort of sounds like Jack and Jill. He's got a great smile. He says he's interested in journalism. He wants to write for the papers. I really like art myself. I'm good at it. But my mum thinks I won't make any money from it. She wants me to go and get qualifications so I can get a proper job. She wants me to do teaching or something like that. Then he asked me, do you want to go bowling? Yes, I'd love to. Oh no, what will I wear? Na 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 na, come on. Na 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 na, come on, come on, come on. Na 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 na, come on. Na 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 na, come on, come on, come on. Na 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 na, come on. Na 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 na, come on. Na 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 na, come on. 'Cause I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. Sex in the air, I don't care, I like the smell of it. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but chains and whips excite me. Na 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 na, come on. Na 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 na, come on, come on, come on. 'Cause I may be bad, perfectly good. Sex in the air, I like the smell. Sticks and stones, chains and whips. So we're at the bowling alley, and he looks really gorgeous. When he walks in, he's wearing this really sexy blue top. I'm really bad at bowling, but he tries his best to help me. He puts his arm around my waist and he helps me throw the ball at all the thingies. He's so strong. I can hardly concentrate because I'm so nervous. He's really good at bowling. He gets all the things down in like one go. I get a good few of them down, and I think I'll do quite well. But he just laughs and says that I did all right. For a girl. After bowling, we go for something to eat. Nothing special, like, just burgers and chips. But he pulls out the chair and everything for me. See, at one point I completely messed my mouth and spilled tomato relish all over my good top. But he just grabs a napkin and he reaches over and starts wiping it off, all slow like. I can feel this flicker inside me getting stronger all the time. When we're about to leave, he grabs a flower from the vase and he hands it to me. He's so romantic. He walks me home. He holds my hand. When we get to my house, I ask him, do you want to go to my birthday party? And he says, yeah, sure. Then he just looks at me. He says that he likes my mouth. And then, oh my God, I'm floating on air. Hey Ma, yeah, had a great night out. I'm just going to go to bed here now. Okay, night. Oh my God, he likes me. He likes me. He actually likes me. It's my birthday. I'm 16. Party's at my house. My mum's gone out for the day. She said she'd be back later. I really wish she wouldn't. We've got music and everything organised. My friend Marie's going to be DJ. She's really good. We've got food, we've got drinks. And we're even going to play SingStar on the PlayStation. Hi Sophie. Oh, thank you. You shouldn't have done that. Hi Maria. Yeah, you can set up over there. Yes, Peter? Hi, Jamie. He looks so good. What's that? A present for me? Oh, thank you. You shouldn't have. Oh my God. You got my tickets to Belsonic. Thank you, Jamie. You're the best. After a while, we get SingStar going. I go up first. I love this song. My ma always sings it. I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control, 'cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying. You better shape up, 'cause I need a man, and my heart is set on you. You better shape up, you better understand. To my love I must be true. Nothing left for me to do. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. Ooh, honey. After a while, Maria gets her music going. The party's going great. Everybody seems to be having a really good time. She puts on some slow music, so me and Jamie start dancing. He's singing in my ear. Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. He gets even closer. I can feel his warm breath on my neck. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. And my poor heart aches with every step you take. He whispers, you're the one. I can't believe this is happening to me. I'm not really a confident person. My sister used to always pick on me. She's away to uni now. But she was always calling me names and telling me I was stupid. I remember one time she told me to close my eyes and she took me by the hand and she said, trust me. And I did. And she walked me down the street and bang! Straight into a lamppost. It really hurt, but she thought it was funny. She was always doing things like that and calling me names and telling me I was stupid. My dad used to stand up for me. Him and my ma are separated now, but I don't really see him as much. I mean, I do still see him, but it's just not the same as living in the same house. He used to make me laugh, and he always called me his princess. I miss him. I'm not really good with boys. I did have a boyfriend once, Jacob. He was a friend of the family's, he lived on my street. He's away to uni now too. He was nice, but I always just thought of him more like a friend rather than a boyfriend. Oh, so me and Jamie are together now, like proper going out. He's really nice and he really cares about me. He's always texting me. That's him now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about how Jamie's always texting me. So I remember one weekend we went away for my mum's birthday and... Sorry, that's him again. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about how Jamie's always texting me. So one weekend we were away for my mum's birthday. We went down to see my aunt. And I think he must have texted me about 20 times. That's him again. And he was phoning me as well. Hello? Hi, Jamie. Yeah, I was just out shopping with my mum and aunt. No, I wasn't talking to anybody else. We're just getting something to eat here now. Yeah, it's really nice. Aye, okay, sure, I'll chat to you later then. Okay, bye. Love you. My aunt was starting to get really annoyed. But he just worries about me. She says it's possessive. But we're crazy about each other. He just wanted to know if I was alright. He starts getting more and more interested in what I'm doing. He wants to know everything. One night we're hanging out and he asked me about my mum's birthday. Yeah, it was good. She seemed to enjoy herself anyway. What do you mean it looked like she did? How do you know? Oh, on Facebook. I didn't realise Jacob put the pictures up yet. Aye, that's him there in the photo. Oh, he's a friend. His family and my family are friends. They live on our street. I've known him since I was little. We used to go out, but then he went to university. He was just back from a term break. No, he doesn't fancy me. We're just friends. He's more like a brother to me. I know he's got his arm around me in the picture, but... What do you mean stay away from him? How can I? Alright. I'll tell him to take the pictures off Facebook. Just please let me go, Jamie. You're hurting me. I sit there, shaking, trying to make sense of what just happened. I decide I'm not going to be too friendly with Jacob anymore. It's just not worth it. Maybe Jamie's feeling insecure. I remember reading that somewhere. Yeah, here it is here. If your boyfriend is feeling moody, he might just need more attention. That's it. He just needs more attention. He just needs more attention. The first time I saw her, she was out dancing. And I thought she was hot. She kept looking over at me, so I knew she was into me. I just broke up with a girl too, so I was on a hunt for somebody I knew. When I seen her at the library, I thought I would just go for it and ask her out. So we went bowling. It was a laugh. Then I really went for it at a party. Sang her a soppy song. Girls love it. It's our song. It starts getting a bit more weird. We go to the Belsonic concert together, but he's in a really bad mood for some reason. I don't know why. There's There's loads of people there that I know. We see some friends of mine, so we go and hang out with them for a while. Hi! What's the crack? Oh my God, you look gorgeous! I didn't know you were going to be here too. Everyone's dancing. The Kings of Leon are on. I'm really enjoying myself. Yo! Your sex is on fire. But he's just standing there looking really grumpy. He gets me away from my friends. He tells me he doesn't like what I'm wearing. We're just at an open air concert, so I'm just sort of dressed casual in jeans and a t-shirt. I think he would have liked it if I was a bit more dressed up. He says that I'm wild looking and that he doesn't like the way I've got my hair. Is that better? After the concert, I want to hang around and see who's about. But he just wants to go straight for the bus. So I go with him. If you don't do what he wants, it just gets worse. We hardly talk on the bus home. A few days later, he rings me and says that he wants to apologise for being in such a bad mood. He says he wants to make it up to me. So he invites me round to his house. His parents are away for the weekend, so he's got a free house. He says I can just come over and we can hang out and watch Netflix. He's being really nice. After the film, we watch some music videos. And he starts getting really smoochy and kissing me. He tells me he loves me. He calls me his princess. I love that. But then he starts putting his hands under my clothes. And I do want to, but just not yet. Jimmy, please stop. No, I didn't say I was going to do it tonight. Well, I thought we were just hanging out. I didn't know you were expecting. It doesn't matter if you've got condoms. I'm just not ready. All the other fellas told me you'd be like this. I thought you were special. No other girl would go on like this. Well, why didn't you go out with one of them then? Why, do you not want me anymore or something? I do want you. I just don't want to do it yet. Oh, do you know what? Just go. What's the point in going out with you if you don't want to do it with me? So I'll leave. But I feel really bad about it. I feel like I've let him down. I really want to stay with him. Stupid bitch! She's been leading me on like this here now for weeks. See, she doesn't do it me soon. I'm gonna finish with her. All the other fellas will be laughing at me. They all said she'd be like this. Frigid. You should see what Mickey's just sent me. Maybe we could try it like that. You thought that was gonna show you. I tell Sophie we'd had a row. She says that he's so nice, that he looks so good, and that we look so good together. All the girls like him. She says I should stay with him, that everybody does it. I have to start sometime. I rang him the next day. Hello, Jamie. Look, I'm really sorry about last night. I was just being silly. I know it was because you really like me. Yeah, I can come round tonight. Okay, I'll see you later then. So I go round to his house again. He's really getting in the mood again, but I'm still not too sure. Jamie, please stop. That doesn't feel right. Oh, come on! You're not going to mess me around again. He says he'll put on some music. He says it'll get us in the mood. But it's not getting me in the mood. I don't want to let him down again. I feel really stupid. If I don't do it, he'll say that I'm a tease. But if I do, does that mean I'm a slag? He says we can try another way that's not really doing it. I don't like it. But I do it anyway. I really want him to be my boyfriend. He starts getting really, jealous of everybody that I know. He always wants to know who's texting. One night we're hanging out at my house and I get a text. He wants to know who it's from. It's Sophie. Why do you want to know? She's just asking if I'm coming round to her house tomorrow. We're going to work on an essay together for school. No, I don't have to. But we help each other out. What's wrong? It's me ma. Why do you want to know? Why, that's creepy. No, I'm not saying that you're a creep, And then the house phone rings. Hello? Oh, hi, Aunt Rita. She's actually not on at the minute. Yeah, I'm fine. School's good. I shall let her know you called then. Okay, bye. When I get back in, Jamie says, "You didn't tell me it Jacob called." What? How do you know what Jacob called? Were you looking through my phone? I was only asking him a few things about uni. No, we weren't talking about you. Why would we talk about you for? Jamie, just give me my phone back. Jamie, go and give me my phone now. Jamie, go and actually wise up and just give me my phone. He says he's really sorry. He sends me a text the next day before school. He even buys me my favourite chocolate. He promises he'll never do it again. Look, I know I shouldn't have pushed her, but I couldn't help it. I do like her, but I just can't handle it whenever she's chatting to other fellas because she's my girlfriend, so she should be with me all the time, shouldn't she? It's our 1 year anniversary. I can't believe we've been going out for a full year. He's in a good mood and I'm feeling happy. The waiter's really chatty. I tell him it's our anniversary. He says that Jamie's really lucky to be going out with a girl like me. I bet he says that to all the girls. It's great for business. But then Jamie gets weird. He says that I'm trying to flirt with a waiter. He says he's not going to sit there and watch me flirt with other fellas right in front of him. He says that I'm easy, and then he gets up to leave. No, Jamie, please don't go. Look, we just got here. I won't chat to the waiter for the rest of the night. Just please sit back down. Let's just enjoy our night. So he sits back down again. I practically ignore the waiter. He must have thought we were so ignorant. Jamie gives me a present for our anniversary. It's this beautiful heart-shaped necklace in 2 halves. He has half and I have the other. Thank you, Jamie. It's class. I love it. I give him his present. It's this really nice leather wallet with our initials on it. Then do you know what song comes on? Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. It's our song. Later that night, we go back to his house. I'm telling him that me and Sophie were looking at universities together. We're thinking about going to the same uni. But then he starts asking me why am I going and why hadn't I told him. Look, we were just thinking about it. We were just looking at a few different courses. But I don't want to stay at home for uni. I want to go away for a while, be away from home. I'll always come back during holidays to see you, and you can always come out and visit me. I was thinking about Liverpool or Manchester. No, I'm not going to be looking at other fellas. I'm not going to forget about you, I promise. Then he gets really angry and he punches the wall. I get scared and I run out of the room. He comes running out after me and he pushes me down the stairs. My arm crunches under me and my head cracks off the floor. Jamie's shaking. He's panicking. He runs to get a cloth to clean up the mess. There's so much blood. He orders us a taxi to the hospital. He says he's really sorry, he didn't mean it. He tells me to say that I fell down the stairs, it was an accident. He promises he'll never do it again. And then I pass out. I wake up. I'm in the hospital. Jamie's there. So's Mum and Dad. They ask me what happened. They look really worried. I have a broken arm and a concussion. I tell them I fell down the stairs. It was an accident. Just like Jamie told me to say. I really hate lying to them like that. I'm kept in the hospital for a few days. Mum and Dad have to go to work. But Jamie stays with me. He's here all the time. The nurses all think I have a lovely boyfriend. But there's this one nurse, and she keeps looking at me strangely. One day when Jamie goes to the shop, she comes on to see me, and she asks me if I have anything else to tell her about the accident. And I say, no, I fell down the stairs. It was an accident. Then she hands me this leaflet. She says there's help available for me if I need it. What does she mean by that? I look at the leaflet. It's about domestic violence. Why is she giving me this? Does she think that Jamie's violent? I put it away before he gets back. He'd only flip out if he saw it. A few days later, I'm back home again. and to have another look at the leaflet. It says things on it like 1 in 4 women under the age of 18 have been physically hurt by someone they were dating. Then it gives a list of warning signs of an abusive relationship. If he constantly calls you names or puts you down. If he acts extremely jealous or possessive. If he texts you excessively. If he forces you to have sex before you're ready. Jamie's done all these things, but he's not abusive. Is he? I mean, that's just the way he is. Sure, he's always telling me he loves me, and he's always sorry. I decided to forget about the leaflet for a while. The doctors told me to rest, so that's what I'm going to do. Rest. Jamie comes over. He brings me flowers and chocolate. He really looks after me. My ma thinks he's wonderful. But then whenever I'm alone, I start thinking about the leaflet again. So I'll look up some things on the internet. I come across this website. It's talking about girls' behaviour and why girls think they have to behave in a certain way. It's talking about music videos and the lyrics of songs. I love the feeling that you give to me, you turn me on. It's exactly what I've been yearning for. Give it to me strong. Then meet me in my boudoir, make my body say, I like it, I like it. 'Cause I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. Sex in the air, I don't care, I like the smell of it. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but chains and whips excite me. I never realised what the lyrics were saying before. Basically what they're saying is that all girls want is sex and that's it. But I'm not like that. I don't want to be like that. Is that why I always did what Jamie wanted me to do? Even when I really didn't want to? A few weeks later, I'm fine again, and everything's back to normal. I go to an open evening at school about going to university. There's all sorts of courses on offer. There's even courses where you can study abroad. My dad comes with me and we look at the courses together. He's really keen for me to keep on my studies. But I tell him that I'm worried about what Jamie will think if I go away. He says I shouldn't worry about what Jamie thinks. He says I should go out and live life while I'm still young. He says that if Jamie really cares about me, he'd be happy for me to go away to uni. After thinking about it for a while, I decide that I do want to go to uni and that I want to go away. There's all sorts of really interesting art and design courses. The problem is, how am I going to tell Jamie? I pick a day where it seems like he's in a good mood. We've just been to see a film. A comedy. I'm really scared. I tell him in a cafe, in a public place, just in case he gets upset again. I tell him I've been to an open evening at school and there's all sorts of really interesting courses. He hardly looks at me whenever I'm talking to him. Then he says, "Yeah, do you know what? I've been thinking about it and you're right. Maybe you should get away for a while." He says it's okay. That's great. Thank you, Jamie. You're the best. A couple of weeks later, I noticed some people looking at me strangely and saying odd things. Like, do you ever get the feeling that there's something wrong, but you just can't put your finger on it? People say things to you, but you don't know what they mean. It was Sophie who told me what was happening. She seen it on somebody else's Facebook. Somebody had made a fake profile of me, and on it they were saying really dirty sexual things that they were doing with boys. How they would do it with anybody. And there were pictures too, but they weren't of me. Somebody had photoshopped my head onto the body of this girl from a dodgy internet site. This is sick. Who would do this? It goes on for weeks and it gets worse and worse. Jamie says he'll try and find out who it is, but he has no luck. Then Sophie comes to me one day. She tells me she knows who it is. She's really good at computers and stuff. She says that it's Jamie. I can't believe it. I feel sick to my stomach. How could he do this to me? My ma hears me crying in my room, so she comes in and asks me what's wrong. I tell her everything. It all just comes out. She's really shocked. She says that I have to finish with Jamie. I'm so relieved that I've finally told somebody. So I break it off with Jamie. I tell him I know about the Facebook thing, but he just laughs and denies that it was him. Then I start getting these texts. You're a bitch. Dirty slut. I never liked you anyway. You're pure rank. I only went out with you because I felt sorry for you. I'm getting texts like this multiple times a day. My ma reports it to the police. Jamie gets in really big trouble. They bring him into the police station and they caution him. It'll be on his permanent record. It'll affect what jobs he can get and everything. She's a bitch telling the police on me. Who does she think she is? She's making it up. It's all in her head. I can't stand girls like that. Who does she think she is? Anyway, I'm going out with somebody else now. She's easy to talk to and she's hot. I asked her out bowling, we had a laugh. Then I really went for it at a party we were at. Sang her a soppy song. Sure, I knew that would work. It works every time. It's our song. It's been a year since all that stuff happened. I don't hear from Jamie anymore. It took me a while to get over all that stuff. I had to go to counselling and everything. It was actually good. It was better than I thought it would be. I'm not really that bothered about having a boyfriend now. I used to be obsessed with. But I've got loads on now. I'm getting ready to go to university. It'll be great to get away for a while. I'm going to study art and design. I'm even going to study abroad for part of the course. It's really exciting. I can't wait. Oh, and if I do meet someone, it'll be someone who listens to what I want and who respects me. A real relationship. If they're not listening to you, then they're not worth it. Yeah.
suppose whenever we think about domestic abuse in the lives of younger women, the problem is that it's so underreported. So it's happening, but maybe people are afraid to speak up and speak out about it. And that's one of the reasons why this play is so important, because if it's happened to you, or if it hasn't happened to you, or somebody you know, it raises that awareness so that you can feel confident to understand what it is, and maybe some of the mechanisms available to try and, you know, support yourself and others.
We know that a lot of women are affected and impacted by domestic and sexual violence. And the statistics here in Northern Ireland tell us that 1 in 4 women are affected by domestic and sexual violence. Those are the women who we know about.
When I think about domestic abuse and domestic violence in the lives of younger women, I think that there's definitely some notion that it only happens in older relationships or married couples. But what I've found is that young women have told me that they've gone into relationships maybe without really being educated about what a relationship or a positive relationship may look like.
For us, we know that being in a relationship is a fantastic thing. People obviously get together and they're really, excited about beginning a relationship, and it feels very lovely to be there, to be wanted, to be cared for this person to be so interested in you. But I suppose for us, there is a point at which then, as a relationship develops, or what's expected of you within the relationship.
So when we talk about the early warning signs in an abusive or unhealthy relationship, the kind of signs that we see and hear from young people a lot is texting all the time, phoning all the time. Where are you? Who are you with? Why are you wearing that? Why are you going there? Is there boys there? Were you talking to other boys?
If it becomes something that there's jealousy about your friends, and it can happen quite subtly, or your family around wanting to spend all their time with you.
And that can happen really subtly, so it may not be massive leaps to begin with, but as you would have probably seen in the play, but as that kind of moves and transforms itself, I think within us subconsciously we start to realise, right, there's something wrong, and it's having that opportunity to talk about it's really good.
And particularly in a relationship now, when we have social media asking you to do things that you're not comfortable with, that you don't really want to consent to, but you think that the relationship is being threatened, that it will end, or there will be consequences if you don't take part in it. And those are all signs that we would find would be quite concerning, and certainly would be warning signs around controlling behaviours and threatening behaviours beginning to creep into that relationship, where you would need to seek support if possible.
When we think about the TV and movies and films, we really romanticise relationships. So first of all, it's all usually always men and women together. It's usually like this kind of dreamy, way that we want to, be in a relationship, which is like full of flowers and being okay all the time. And that is a really important part of any relationship. But I suppose we have to have a reality check, and we have to realise that relationships are possibly one of the hardest things you'll ever be part of, and they do take a lot of work. But I suppose the positive thing is, if you're there and you're committed, and you bring those really positive qualities like being respectful, encouraging your partner, being there for them and wanting the best for them and helping them to be the best version of themselves, and that's what's important.
That's a question that a lot of people ask. Why didn't she leave? Did she stay because she was afraid? Yeah, because fear was within that relationship. She was afraid of what her friends might think, what her family might think, and she was afraid of the stigma of being in an unhealthy relationship. She also didn't know what services were available for her, so she stayed in that abusive relationship because she was being controlled by someone and told that this was the norm.
I think the first thing to say is many believe that's the wrong question to ever ask. It should be, why would anyone feel that it is okay to treat someone in this way? But many people do ask why a woman will stay, or why a girl will stay in a relationship, particularly at this time when they see maybe what they've experienced and can't understand. But there are many different reasons why. We know, first of all, there can be fear that there could be repercussions for themselves if they're experiencing violence.
What we hear a lot of is young people becoming isolated, losing friendship groups because their new partner thinks their friends aren't good enough, or their friends are not the kind of people that they should be with, and therefore they become isolated and alone. If you're feeling alone in a relationship, you've lost some of your close girl or boyfriends, it's time to really, really think, are you in a healthy relationship?
We also know that for many people, it's just shame or nearly shock that they're in this position. It might have happened over a period of time and they're quite shocked, or it could be something that came out of the blue in the relationship and they're feeling they don't know what to do. And they're embarrassed about going to speak to someone about it, and nearly having to speak about it is such a big step. How do you say those words? Who do I tell? How do I describe it? And it can also be that your confidence may be eroded as well. Maybe that person has helped to undermine you, to say, you're silly, nobody believe you, everybody knows what you're like. So those types of things as well can erode confidence, those kind of words. And therefore that can undermine a young person or an adult when they need to speak to someone.
I suppose if a friend reaches out to you or somebody that you love, that, it's first of all recognising that that's a really, really powerful thing for them to do to you, and recognising your role and impact that you can make, and, just the fact that they trust you enough to be able to have that, and that your first response will really help them and make them feel better about the situation.
They may help you contact different services, may that be Foyle Women's Aid or Teen Link, or maybe speaking to a teacher or someone different in school to get support.
It can be hard to talk to a friend that you have concerns about their relationship, because they could still be very much feeling that it's okay. They may have come to the point where they think this is okay. And it's part of being in a relationship. It's not that bad. And I suppose we would say that there are many ways that you could maybe address it. And that might be, first of all, to listen to them, maybe spend time talking to them about the relationship, find out how they're feeling. And what you might also suggest is, particularly if the right time arises, to just let them know that you're there, that you'll always be there to listen to them.
You could say to your friend, I've noticed some things about you. I've noticed that you're acting differently. You could say, I'm worried about you. Or you could pass on the contact details for Foyle Women's Aid or the Teen Link services at Foyle Women's Aid for young people. You could also guide her and say there's a website available, and you could say it's okay to be scared.
You might suggest and highlight to them in a natural way that they can always talk to someone else, maybe a teacher, a parent, or to Childline or other services. Maybe just highlight that there's always support there, no matter what you're going through. And it can be difficult for you because you may see the signs and you may see the behaviours more clearly than the person themselves in the relationship. So that's why we believe it's really, really important that young people get the chance to reflect on what is a healthy relationship, what is okay, what's not okay, and being respected, and being taken care of and being valued in a relationship is really important. But what are the signs that might not be happening to you? And I think for young people, being able to explore that in a safe way together in schools is really, really important. But for those friends, also to seek support for yourself. You can talk to us, you can talk to Childline, talk to your own trusted people, maybe confidentially. You don't have to name your friend's name, but maybe get advice on how you deal with it as well. And we have lots of content online on our Childline website around this, around talking to a friend and what you can do, but also self-care as well, because you may be concerned about the relationship, your friendship falling apart because of that, and that might be worrying you as well.
I suppose some people watching this will want to know what happens whenever you call or contact Women's Aid. The first thing that will happen is you will speak to a receptionist who will confidentially take all your details, your mobile number, your name, and she will ask, is this a safe number to call you back on? Someone may call you back, or they may text you and ask, is it safe to speak to you at this time? Or you may decide that you want to come into one of our centres and speak to one of our staff face to face, and we can arrange for that to happen also. And yes, you can bring a friend for support.
There are a number of places that you can go to get support if you want to talk about your relationship. Particularly if you're at school, it would be your person in charge of school counselling or the person that you know you can go and talk to. And that might be just your form teacher, someone else that you have a good relationship with, because all teachers should be able to signpost you to support. Outside of school, it could be your parents, it could be an aunt, a cousin, an uncle. It could be someone with, again, you have that relationship where they can talk to them in confidence and you know that you will be able to share some of what you're going through and they'll be able to, again, signpost you for advice.
Those young people typically don't come forward until something more extreme happens. So we usually hear cases where someone has been physically hurt or harmed, either sexually or physically in some sort of way, that has maybe made contact with the PSNI or a referral through social services, through the education system. It's never usually the more subtle relationship difficulties that causes the people to come forward. Boys can be an unhealthy, abusive relationship. This may be a bit more difficult for them to disclose because they're boys and they think they have to be brave and show that bravado. But a lot of boys that come forward have endured years and years and years of feeling ashamed of how they're feeling. And for a lot of boys, they're unsure of what services are available. We know that there's a domestic and sexual helpline that is for men, women and children, and also there is support through Childline. If a boy ever needed support or help, they can come through Foyle Women's Aid and we will signpost them to whatever appropriate services.
We also know that this type of behaviour can happen in any relationship in life. Same-sex relationship, transgender, anyone who's in that relationship can experience this. So it happens right across all walks of life, all communities. And again, it is something that we find out more and more about, particularly for young people, and how it is affecting them.
A lot of people think that it only happens to people who are in a male-female relationship. This is untrue. We have known here in Foyle that a lot of same-sex relationships, people are coming forward and telling us that they feel unsafe in that relationship. What support we can give to them is the exact same support that we would give to somebody who is in a male-female relationship.
If you believe there's an imminent risk or a potential risk to them, that you should reach out, that is a time when keeping confidence isn't okay, because what you have to look at is ultimately that they're safe and they're well. So it's that reaching out to someone, a support service who can help you make that decision about who to go to best to help that person. And that can be difficult, but it is needed because sometimes the risk is too great for you to carry and for you to judge on your own.
If you find yourself in immediate danger, the PSNI can help. You could ring and say that you are afraid, scared, and that you feel that at that minute in time you're unsafe. What the police can do after that is refer you on to our services at Foyle Women's Aid and TeenLink. Our services then would look at what actual care or support you may need and tailor that to your needs. We don't always have the PSNI involved with young people. We may have an organisation that some people may know called social services, and they may become involved because of age. If a young person is aged under 18, social services will be informed, but we ensure that your confidentiality is kept and the support that you needed is wrapped around you at that time.
There are a number of ways you can contact Childline. You can visit the website and see the content you might be interested in, some of the pages about relationships, about supporting a friend. But you can also ring us, as was traditionally the only way to ring Childline, on 0800 1111. And many young people will know that number from school. There used to be a little song that went along with it, and we still do voice calls. But with technology, most young people either message us or send in a message to us and we'll respond within 24 hours. There's a personal inbox where you can send us an email and we'll respond, or there's a text service as well. We do have an app. It's not available on all phones as yet, but you can go to the App Store and you can look for the Childline app as well, which is there. So there are many different ways in which you can get in contact with us, whether or not you want to speak to someone or just message, or you just want to see some content and maybe then contact us afterwards. There is a great video on the Childline website, and it's on our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel for Childline, and it basically says what happens when you contact Childline, and it explains to you exactly what happens, explains to you the options. So that's something you might want to go and watch. A lot of children, young people, don't want to tell other people that they came on Childline, and that's fine. But we do know we have a lot of teenagers talking to us, which is good. And they talk to each other on the message boards as well. That's another option where you can go on, look at the themes that have been talking about. There might be a theme around relationships, and you can actually pose a question, and it's all done anonymously. You will not have your real name. You have your own unique username, which is a safe username for you to have on the site. And you can then talk to other young people about what their advice is about the situation, which we think is brilliant. And it's brilliant for young people to support each other.
I suppose for us, the reason why educating ourselves around what domestic abuse is, what types there are, you know, what some of them types might look like, what are some of the behaviours that are associated, is if we all collectively start to make talking about this more normal and more healthy, to focus on relationships and focus on ourselves, and feeling, you know, kind of that self-love, that self-worth, that, you know, thing that I am better and I am worth a lot more, then if we make that more normal, those conversations, and it means then when somebody does maybe face a struggle in their life, they feel more confident to talk about it. And I suppose, you know, ultimately throughout this play and ultimately throughout this space, that's what we want for you. We want you to feel that you have a place and that you are able to talk and speak up about these things, if they do happen. But these critical conversations are going to help that to really happen.
Because we all have the right to feel safe, valued and respected, no matter what age we are and no matter who we are in a relationship with.